Good morning. It is Monday, June 21st. And for those of you not in Austin, I have to tell you, it is extremely warm out there, very humid. Oh my gosh, on my morning walk with Marty, felt like I was walking through a bowl of soup. So it is summertime. It is summertime everywhere. And hearing a lot of stories. Last week, I talked to a mom whose son is really having a hard time with separation anxiety. Anytime she leaves, he is really having a hard time. And the thing is, he's 9 years old. This is not a young one. I know another child who is thriving. She said that life feels like it's back to normal with play dates, family vacations, sleepovers. And so we have such a gambit from one extreme to the other of where children are really, really struggling after this pandemic as it comes to a close, and hopefully, and children who are really thriving. So I thought it would be wonderful to do a short segment today on summer and some things to think about. One, and I think this is true whenever our child is getting ready to do something new, but prepare them for the transition. So I know a little girl who went to camp for the first time. What was that like for her? I know she was a little excited, very excited, but a little nervous about that. So for kids, especially who have been home all year, when they're starting to go to these day camps, whether they're 5, or I know it was nerve-wracking for my kids a little bit when they went to college. So it is just magnified because of the pandemic. So what I suggest is that you really talk through. Don't just say, oh, you're going to be fine. It'll be fine. Yes, it probably will be. But walk them through. And with little ones, actually practice. This is what's going to happen when we get up in the morning. You might even do the drive-through, the drop-off. This is how we're getting our things ready for the day. And for older ones, when we don't know exactly, talk it through. What do you think it'll be like? How will it be being with all these new girls? What are some things you can say to introduce yourself? All sorts of different things. But again, validating that and normalizing that it's hard when we do something new. And again, it's been magnified because of the pandemic and so many kids being isolated. But practice, walk them through it, talk them through it. Also validate their feelings, let them know that this is normal and that they are not alone. People, especially kids, don't want to be alone with their feelings. So let them know that you're there for them. Number 2, I am also hearing from parents that they have just gotten into some bad routines that just they needed to for the time during the pandemic. So I want to encourage, and I know many parents are doing this, to get their kids out, reconnected, being with friends, connecting with family again, which I know many of you are. Kids are going to day camps, summer camp, sleepover. And because of this getting out and the physical activity and kids actually being tired, getting away from the screens, that this may be a good time to actually set or reestablish some of the routines that you used to have. And I know summer is the time kind of to let things be more free, but I'm thinking this summer it might actually be good to get sleep where kids are so used to sleeping with their parents, some of them, and the parents don't want to do this anymore. Start working on some of these things now instead of waiting until the fall. So maybe need to renegotiate around screen time. Kids are not going to be home as much. So to think about some of those old routines that you allowed to be a little lax out of necessity, no judgment here, and think about how to maybe reestablish some of those routines to get kids into a healthier place. I know some middle schoolers of a mom and dad that I work with, they've been sleeping till 2:30 every afternoon and staying up all night. And they're excited about their kids going to camp to get them back into a routine. So when they get back home, try to maintain that to some degree. And then third, really, so many parents are going through a transition themselves. Many parents are going back to work. Many parents are experiencing the craziness of the kids having a lot of activities again. So I want to encourage you to take care of you. Reconnect if you're in a relationship. If you're married, reconnect with your partner. Take advantage of the time when your kids are not at home, if they are at sleepaway camp, to really take care of yourself. Reconnect with the partner, reconnect with significant others, and think about how to take care of yourself and transition back out of the pandemic. So don't forget about you. I know many of you worry about your kids, want to take care of your kids. And again, as I've said, and we all say over and over again, you've got to take care of yourself first, so then you can be the parent that you want to be. So I'd love to hear from you about summer, some of the struggles you may be going through, or what's going well. And I thought it would be really fun to come up with a name for this Monday morning video that I post every week. And I'd love to get some ideas from you. Some that I have are Monday Mornings with Cheryl, Monday Morning Parent Talk, maybe just Parent Talk, Mentorship Mondays. So I'm just really curious and would love to hear from you, or if you have another name for this Monday morning video that I post weekly on Facebook. So let me hear from you. Take care.